All right. First and foremost, want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bashim Yahushua, Bashim Kapudash. Second, make a double honor to the apostle, Jesus, and well, and the peace, blessing, salutations to the hopeful elect. And Lord's will you be edified. And like always, it is truth, is gospel, this ministry. It's for you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Hispanics, Native Americans, West Indians, and to the Israelite foreigners that are scattered abroad. This gospel, this message, this doctrine has been given to us only. And starting with the elect. This is Shakar Karal from GMS, Virginia, and those will be edified. Shalaki. As a topic, as a topic is staying focused and certain, being in this truth and being in this world at the same time, it's a balance. Certain things that you got to take care of, certain things you have to, pretty much handle, etc. Cars, your house, mortgage, if you have insurances, whatever, if you have kids, if you have a woman, you have your associates you have out here in this world. You have to do everything in order and try to have a balance, and so everything can pretty much be easy for you to maneuver in this truth. And me, Elder Pashah, we speak about this all the time, and how the world is very strong, how it can pull you in and it can suck you in, and it's so strong that you don't even realize it's pulling you in, and you gravitate more to the world instead of the ministry, this gospel. Brothers, and just etc. Just in your daily walk, being around, being there, being attentive, being in the loop, in the mix. And I'm not trying to, I'm not telling you to be a thorn, be overburdensome, but you get what I'm saying. It's pretty much that balance. And the Lord deals with the just balance. And remember one thing I always ask for when I was asking brothers, when I first came in this thing, how do you balance everything out along with this ministry, And one thing for certain, things change, things constantly moving, turning. Meaning, for instance, if you change your job, things are going to change. You change your field, things are going to change. If you happen to lose a woman of yours, whatever, things are going to change. Kid situation, things are going to change. Housing situation, things are going to change. Your lifestyle, things are going to change. Your hobby, things are just going to change. But you have to pretty much know how to balance those things out so it won't either destroy your mindset or you gravitate to it more instead of this ministry. Because we understand you have to be on point. Us being watchers and us being on alert, being on guard, being ambassadors for Yahushua. We constantly got to stay on watch, and you have to learn a balance. As how can I say? In years going by in this thing, we don't have loved ones in this world, parents, cousins, etc. That are passing, getting of age, getting more sicknesses and ailments, etc. You're going to learn how to, if you're close to them, if you got to learn how to, pretty much do as what you can do, but at the same time, stay focused. Certain passings, certain things in this world, it tend to get to us or tend to irk us and get underneath our skin, have us in our feelings, what not. But overall, again, you got to learn how to shake yourself out of that rut so you can get back on to the what's important. I got some scripture. I'm not going to be too long on this. So let me see real quick. Bear with me a moment. So I'm going to start off with this. I'm pretty sure everybody knows this scripture. Romans 12 and 1. Yeah, I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of Yahweh Bashem Shah, that you present your bodies a living sacrifice. And what did he call ourselves into? And that's another thing, too. Um, you got to understand what you're into. You really got to understand what you're into. When we went off as a nation, the Lord has given us grace and mercy through Yahweh Shah. So this is not something that, how the world teaches our people, lust, pleasure, indulgence, glutton, do as thou will. Now, this is, we use our time wisely to, push those names and push prophecy. And starting with our elders on down, we realize and seeing how powerful um, and how strong and how much this truth has been pretty much has gone out there. Everybody knows who the Hebrew Israelites are now. And if you simply try to say you don't know who we are, you're simply a fucking asshole, you're a prick, you're a scumbag. You just pretty much you're lying. But nonetheless, I'm gonna continue on. Um, Wholly acceptable unto Yahweh Bashem Yahweh, which is your reasonable service. Because one thing I was meditating on this earlier. When you go through the scripture, when you start to go through the scriptures, and you see how Yahweh Bashem Yahweh, they control all things. They even control the left hand side, the evil, the good. And when you also read, it tells you, how the subject, when the creature was subject to vanity. We pretty much went off, and it was kind of obligated for us to go off. But you got to remember, go back to the story of the poster child, and he caught hell. He left. He didn't realize the importance of that position that the Lord gave us, being the sons of God. We pretty much. And one thing for certain, and one thing I'm learning for, I'm learning too. Uh, how can I say it? There's nothing better than getting a great reward. Um, it's nothing better than getting a great reward that we're going to get. Like, for